Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. I want to give everyone some new information and updates on the Michael Vaughan case. Michael Vaughan, the little boy from Fruitland, Idaho, who went missing July 27, 2021. He's still not been found. Where's Michael Vaughan? Let's talk about Sarah and Stacey Wondra, the Wondras. And they are prime suspects in the disappearance of Michael Vaughan. And they're currently facing their own legal problems unrelated to the Michael Vaughan disappearance. Stacey Wondra just got sentenced the other day for his firearms charge. He was been incarcerated for a while for these firearm, trying to sell off a firearm, even as being a convicted felon. Was not allowed to possess firearms. I want to give you some information about his sentencing, because he pled guilty to a reduced charge and was just sentenced. Check this out. Okay, new information here. Stacey Wondra gets credit for time served in federal sentencing. Still no update from prosecutor on missing child case, where officials named man as one of 4 suspects. And there is Stacey Wondra right there, prime suspect in the disappearance of Michael Vaughan. A Fruitland man received a reduced sentence for a federal charge for unlawful possession of a firearm during sentencing at a U.S. District Court for the District of Idaho in Boise on November 1st. Stacey Wondra entered a plea agreement on May 9th, pleading guilty to 1 count on the indictment. Although Wondra has been named as one of 4 suspects in the case of missing Fruitland boy Michael Monkey Vaughan, it's worth noting that this case is unrelated. For the firearm charge, U.S. District Judge Amanda Brailsford sentenced Wondra to 21 months in federal custody, followed by 3 years of supervised probation and a $100 fine being waived. According to court documents, it was recommended Wondra continue serving his sentence in the Ada County Jail, where he's been held on behalf of the U.S. Marshal for the case. Wondra received credit for good time served, and as such, his expected release date is sometime in February. According to the case, Wondra knowingly had a firearm that he was disallowed from having due to a previous firearm conviction in 2019 in Montana. He also took the firearm, a Savage Arms Model 93R17 17 caliber rifle, and associated ammunition to a store in New Plymouth and sold them. Wondra's charge could have brought up to 10 years in prison and or a $350,000 fine, along with 3 years of supervised release. Wondra has never been charged with any crimes related to the disappearance of Michael, but was named as a suspect on December 1st, 2022. In March, the only charges in that case, which had been filed against Wondra's wife, Sarah, were dropped. Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff subsequently told the Observer the Wondras remain suspects in the missing child case. On July 27th, the 2-year anniversary of the child's disappearance, Huff publicly announced that he's handing the case over to the prosecutor, declining to release any details, including whether the suspects previously named were still suspects. During a phone call in late September, Payette County Prosecutor Mike Duke said he expected to charge Michael's case, but declined any further details, stating there are a lot of complexities. Since then, Duke has not returned requests for comment regarding when or whether he expects to take the matter up with the grand jury. In recent weeks, the newspaper was able to confirm on multiple occasions with various Payette County court officials that there are no hearings pending for the grand jury, which would deliberate with the prosecutor on any charges. As recently as Wednesday, the newspaper was told that there was a grand jury hearing on the calendar in August. However, during a check on Thursday, court officials backpedaled and told Argus they were not allowed to say anything about such a calendar, referring to speak back to the prosecutor's office. Per Idaho Criminal Rule 6, grand jury paneling and hearings are closed to the public. However, there is no language in the law governing the creation of such jury panels, which states hearing dates and not public information. Well, there you go. Wondra was just sentenced and could get out in February. Will the grand jury indict him for the disappearance of Michael Vaughan before he gets out of prison? Let me know what you think. So 21 months, that's it. Could get out in February. It's only a few months away. Now, Sarah Wondra, who is married to Stacey, she's been in custody. She got a prison sentence from an incident unrelated to Michael Vaughan back in April 2022, pointing a gun someone's face inside her home way back last year. And she was sentenced to at least 3 years in prison. Let me show you. She's in the Idaho Department of Corrections inmate search. Let me show you when she gets out. This is the Idaho Department of Corrections inmate search. Sarah Wondra is in the system. IDOC number 124682. 36 years old, in custody. Here are her 2 charges and her estimated release date for the aggravated assault charge with a deadly weapon. Case number CR38-230512. The end of her sentence is 7/6/2027 for the evidence destruction or concealment case. Case number CR38-230512. The end of her sentence is 7/6/2029. She is eligible for parole starting in 2026. February 20th, 2026. So that will be in about 2 more years and a few months away. But she is in custody in the Idaho Department of Corrections. And look, last reported location, Payette County Jail. So she has a sentence, but she's in the Payette County Jail. Very, very interesting. What do you think? So she's going to be in for a minute. Sarah's going to be in for a while. Stacey could get out in February. Now, on the 2-year anniversary of when Michael Vaughan went missing, the Fruitland police chief, Huff, said he was passing the case over to the Payette County prosecutor, and it would go up in front of a grand jury. But as of this date right now, months later, it has still not went up in front of a grand jury. And who knows when? Are the Wondras involved with the disappearance of Michael Vaughan? And if they are, will a grand jury come down with an indictment before Stacey Wondra gets out? Notice, he's not going, Stacey gets out in February, but notice, he's not going to go into a federal prison. He's going to stay in a county jail there and serve the time. Maybe because there's not much more time and it's a waste of money sending him to a federal prison. Or is there something else brewing? Just like Sarah Wondra, according to records, she's in the Payette County Jail, not in the Idaho Department of Corrections. Is something brewing in this case in reference to these two where, an indictment will come down? What evidence does authorities have that these two are involved with the disappearance of Michael Vaughan, along with 2 others, a drifter named Adrian and a guy named Brandon Shirtliff, who I interviewed on this channel, by the way, who says he was not involved with the disappearance of Michael Vaughan whatsoever, though he was in the area at the time Michael Vaughan went missing. It is a mystery of what happened to Michael Vaughan. What if the Wondras are not involved? And if they're not involved, who is involved? Who's involved with the disappearance of this young little boy? I am covering this case extensively. Check out my playlist. Went up to all the locations. Been covering this case since day 1. Hopefully Michael Vaughan is found soon. I'll keep you informed on what's going on with the Wondras case and if a grand jury case comes down. So we'll talk soon. Stay tuned.